Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to pass, it's Russell. Gets rid of it. Got his man. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Unloads quickly. Turning it on. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Riley. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Barmore. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Got the first down and more. Touchdown time! Once he got some room, it was over.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be calling on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Green. They make the stop if this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Let's go. Looking to throw on first down. Fires a bullet out. It's picked off.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Creates a little room. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
I don't think the defense was expecting an outside run there. Offensively, they go with the toss play, and the running back's able to get to the outside and downfield. It was too late before the defense was able to tackle him out of bounds.
A run for the quarterback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Dropping back, it's Russell. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, that one falls incomplete. You know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything, there is a flag. Let's see what that's about. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock him up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Offense working from the pistol. Power football with the run. Hard running there. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. And if you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They go to the ground. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. This time it's complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Russell. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They want to throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Riley. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. He leaves it with his back.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back. 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Got some room to run. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive game for my offense.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. There he goes. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to TCU. We'll circle circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Russell. That's caught. It's Riley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Meadows. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him else.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Finding open areas. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the returner is stopped. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Going to the running game. Got enough for the first. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Release to the back. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick release by the QB. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on 2nd down. looking for a man. It's Russell. Got his man. Fights off a defender. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Boom. Grabbed over the middle. It's Riley. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Alabama.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy. And
trying to beat the D deep. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to pass, it's Russell. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete to the left. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Dalton. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the snap, it's Riley. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Nowhere to go, and he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 in there, basically right back where they started.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Pulls it in. It's Hill.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Kick is short, and he's going to try to make something happen.
And I love that the field goal block unit was prepared. They had a guy back deep. They understood it was a long field goal. And, Jesse, how about making a play as a field goal kick team, basically a kickoff team, going and making a tackle?
Yeah, they were saying, we're not doing kick 6. This isn't Auburn, Alabama back in the day. And the big fellas up front, it's the offensive linemen that have to get out there and make a tackle. You're right, that was impressive.
He's going to fire deep. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And here they come, almost all the way back.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Caught in the backfield, it's Riley. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense on that play, sniffing out the screen pass. They had their eye on the ball. They were able to rally to the running back and gain no yards.
High to change now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Pressure coming. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Off play action. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. The snap sets up the throw. Dumps it to the back. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. All the way back to the 15. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back. Just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Well, they haven't been able to get it done on 4th down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the 3rd time the charm? Finds him out of the backfield. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the back. Fighting off the defender. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him. And in turn, you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top on first down. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this. Got room on the return. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Northwestern was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Darnell Autry and company delivered in that magical 10-win season of 1995. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Busts through and runs through another guy. Racing to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Well, we see the home run on offense, but defensively, we've got to do a better job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you've got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling helped lead to that long touchdown.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air, it's Russell. Looking left. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate, give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
And And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hand off from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. That's caught. It's McFadden. Turning it on. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Plows through the defense. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Here's a heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Flying down the left side. Touchdown tie! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. there on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost to pick up a first down at the 23. New set of downs after the completion. On the move, it's Hill. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. And he throws another interception. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Riley. Found a little room out of the wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Caught in the backfield, it's Meadows. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, that field goal could have iced the game, but with the miss, you still got a close one. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there.
Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Ohio State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down one late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for two? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. They try to get it outside on the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. Got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
A design run for the quarterback. The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that is a backbreaker for the offense because you're driving right now to win this football game, but instead you turn it over, and there's enough time on the clock now for the opponent to march the field and win this game.
Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good one, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
He's got an open man. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive game right away.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting the big tackle for a loss.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this offense, they got another positive gain, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Ohio State.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good, and that's your ball game. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle, and we knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.